lagi. Kung wala ka, dapat kami uli. Puro kaya kapag tinulog mo.
Rich wallet for your pocket. Rich wallet. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, the greatest wallet I ever owned is Ridge Wallet. It's by the people that brought to you by people that do Ridge Wallet. And they do, honestly, though, that's the truth. I've talked about it before. Let's see it. This wallet right here, all your credit cards don't get cracked or mushed. You know what I mean? It doesn't get analyzed or what is the thing?
RFID.
RFID, man. It holds your money clip. Look at the money clip. It's dope.
It's very sleek.
It's sleek. It's slim. It's futuristic. It's Blade Runner. It's nosotros. It's everything.
And it's not just for men.
Ridge Wallet for your pocket. Go to ridgewallet.com and use the promo code TigerBelly for 10% off. That's ridgewallet.com. Promo code TigerBelly.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What are you doing?
I panicked because you didn't say anything.
I know, because I'm doing it different today.
And my mind was like, just do it, Bobby.
What are you doing?
I think my autopilot is just be Bobby.
Yeah.
In life,
do it again, dude.
Oh, God.
5, 4.
That's it. Stop. Welcome to another episode of TigerBelly. I guess I'm your captain.
Oh,
Bob?
you're not so sure anymore?
Not really.
Why? What
the
happened?
King? Maybe. I don't know. We've got, I don't know, Sabotage George here. Sabotage George.
Whoa.
Oh, Heidi Ho, amigos.
So dumb.
Such a sabotage.
So dumb.
No.
We got
That's enough out of you, George.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Gil.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We got
Gil.
Khalyla.
Wow.
I don't have a title
Is
today.
their name?
No Pita Khalyla.
No Pita Khalyla.
No Pita Khalyla.
Okay, this is
that's
the PETA controversy has to
We
end.
have to address it. We have to address it.
Yeah. And you got me, supposedly your leader, but I don't feel like it because a leader commands an army, and the army isn't doing. There's a coup.
Tell us all what we've done wrong.
Well, first of all, today, I asked for chicken, right? And I primarily wanted pita.
Pita bread?
I wanted pita bread, but it comes with chicken. So when the chicken came into our house, there was no pita, and I feel like that's sabotage on your behalf.
Who put in the order?
You did.
Wait, no. Who chose off the menu?
Yeah, I
Who
did.
picked items off
I
of
did.
that
I said
menu?
pita twice on it.
Okay, and how is
Doesn't matter.
the fact that the
it's your
pita never...
energy.
You
It's
affected
manifestation.
Postmates.
You didn't manifest the pita.
So you
for me.
think I told a delivery lady
I don't know
to
what's going on.
intentionally leave out the pita bread?
I don't know what's going on. And then George, a couple days ago, I go, hey, can you send me Dave Navarro photos?
Sabotage.
And he goes, well, Bob, your girlfriend.
How do I sound like Steve now?
Hey, Bob, your girlfriend, and and she has to doctor them, and I'm like, okay, just send them fucking to me. Then I tell Khalyla, send me the photo. Okay, oh my God, not right now. Right?
Why she's like a Japanese schoolgirl?
Right? And then I call George. Hey, Bob, I have no control. I call Khalyla. Oh, I'm sleepy,
Sleepy?
or I'm
never
doing
sleeping.
something, yoga or some shit.
Soul Cycle.
A Soul Cycle, whatever, right? And then, lo and behold, it's, Dave fucking posted it. We already posted everything. And then it's like, why even post it then at that point
Since
when
when
it's
are
too
you
late?
so eager to post anything about
Because
this
you gave me a
podcast?
lecture like a month ago saying that Chris D'Elia and Theo Vaughn, they're so active, they do live, and I'm trying to do all that.
Oh, your live stuff is great, by the way.
Because you're trying to, I'm trying to, catch up, but you're not even helping me because, you try to sabotage me.
That was my fault. It
And
wasn't George.
Yeah, well, it's his fault too. And another thing is that,
sorry, sir.
and you're also, I don't like the way you talk to me, George. Just like kind of combative,
what do you
and
mean,
what I mean. It's not.
Well, I'll tell you
do
why.
Talk to
It's
dumbfounded
warranted.
that way. You
Oh,
betraying piece of
shit.
shit.
Oh god.
Huh? Do you fucking talk to Theo Vaughn that way? You betraying piece of shit.
No, they're like super nice to me and
Right.
show respect.
And
Right.
they share chicken with him.
Yeah.
So the reason that George is feeling combative is because he was hypoglycemic, and then you had 6 plates of food in front of you, and you wouldn't even share it with him, and you saw him going pale in front of you.
Yeah.
So what I did was I gave my salad to him and said, "Here,
Yeah.
George, have this." And I said, "Give some of your chicken, Bobby." And you're like, "Nope." And you started feeding the dogs instead of him.
Great move. Great move.
Is George or is George Oliver Twist? Hello. Where
That's just
is
Oliver.
love? Does it fall from skies above? Is that George? No. He's an American white man living in this era. He's got money in his pocket, right? He has access to all kinds of varieties of food. It's not my responsibility to feed this fucking humanoid.
You've been saying that a lot lately.
I've been saying it because when Navarro told me that you don't put color into people,
Call them humanoids.
I'm gonna call them humanoids from now on. Okay, so I don't feel like the captain, but if I still am, aye mates. You know, but if I'm not, then do a coup and overthrow me, and then I'll just do my own thing. You know, but so just as long as we're on the same page, is that my chicken's my chicken. When I want a photo, please send it. You too, Khalyla. Okay, and I think the only one I trust right now in this group is Gilbert Galone.
Yes.
I really do, and it's his birthday, and happy birthday. Let's send him singing him happy birthdays.
Well,
Happy,
the whole song.
you know, that's fine.
That's I
That's
appreciate
enough.
it. I felt the love.
Yeah, yeah.
What did you get? Anything special?
Oh yeah, tell us about your day.
Cindy. Do you know who that is,
that?
Bobby?
Who is? I know who is that?
It's my girlfriend.
She's
You
great.
met her 14 times.
She's like also the greatest person, and she always gives us cool
W.
things.
When you say Cindy, I say W-E in my head. You know what that means?
We.
No.
Whatever.
Whatevs. So say Cindy.
Cindy.
One devs.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you jealous that he has a girlfriend?
Well, because I don't. I
You've been
honestly.
trying to fuck me this whole time.
I honestly. It's either it's like an agreement,
Yeah.
right, for show,
For sure.
right, or she has a mutated penis on her thigh that you suck at night.
I actually have never seen her thigh.
Yeah,
So
there's
it
probably
could-
a tiny little yellow mutated penis on her thigh, and when you're jamming your like soft cock inside her
Wait,
vagina,
no, all
you want to
no,
suck
all-
that little cock on the
All
side.
clits are on the thighs. I know that for a fact.
Okay, so whatevs. So Cindy,
Yeah, so
what did Cindy give you?
She said, wear this tracksuit. So we're 2 Asian people walking around LA in Adidas tracksuits.
That's cute.
And then I was like, where are we going? And she said, just shut up. And then we drove all the way to the Van Nuys airport. And I immediately knew, like, if we're skydiving, no. She's like, we're not. I walk in there. She's like, we're going on a plane ride. I was like, okay, cool. And then we sat in there, and I had to fly the plane. Did not know that. So we get up in the air. I'm fucking sweating because I'm in a tracksuit, and it's in the fucking valley. It's 100 degrees. The whole time I'm pretending to enjoy this thing because I don't want to upset this guy. It's his whole business. He's like, yeah, all these years, me and my brother saved money to have this plane so we could take people in the air. And he was really excited to show me all of the valley. So I just was smiling the whole time. And then
Wait, you had to actually fly the plane?
Yeah.
With him?
with him. He would be like, okay, it's all you. And he switches the controls. And I'm just like shaking because I'm trying to hold my vomit. Like, I'm the kind of person that goes on Southwest and I'm about to pass out. So we land, and then I go to the car, smiles, thanks, man, for everything, and just start throwing up in the parking lot. And Cindy takes her camera and starts filming it, laughing, and doesn't feel sorry for me. So I feel
Good
betrayed.
girlfriend.
I feel betrayed.
Yeah, she shouldn't be babying you, you know?
I mean, you made me vomit at my birthday 5 times in the morning.
You're welcome.
No.
You know what I mean?
I did lose weight, so that's fine.
And then after that, what'd you guys do?
I went to yours and Bobby's good friends restaurant, Curtis Stone and Lindsay Price at Gwen. It was very good. Curtis was not there, but
What did you eat?
expensive meat. That's meat's
Did
good.
they have charcuterie?
What was that?
Charcuterie.
Did they have charcuterie?
I don't know how to. Is it charcuterie or
Charcuterie.
charcuterie? Someone said charcuterie.
I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing it's probably French. I don't
How do you say it then, George?
Oh, charcuterie.
Okay, that's charcuterie.
The C has to be hard.
Are you
Before
whispering
you.
it, Bobby?
Charceau?
Charcuterie. It was
That
good.
sounds Asian. Sarshak.
So if you don't know what it is, if you live in the mid,
The Midwest. They don't know.
I
what
just
that-
say mid.
Okay.
You live in the mid.
That's where I'm from.
Yeah, I know.
That's where I'm from, George.
So shut up.
Howdy,
Fuck up, man.
Howdy, amigos. That's salsa?
Yeah.
Heidi ho.
Oh god.
It's just sliced meats and cheese. It's delicious. Anyway, shout out to Curtis Stone, man.
Shout out, man.
Yeah. So what else? That's it?
That's it, man.
Sounds like
it
a fun
simple.
birthday.
How old are you?
29. I'm not gonna do anything till my 30th. So one more year.
Number one rule, man. Number one, and everyone knows this. And I don't even know why you don't know this.
Yeah.
If you cannot go on a small plane if you're not famous. Do you know why?
Why?
If you die in that plane, they're not going to make the movie.
You're fucking right.
Right?
Yeah.
They're not going to make
Richie
the Gilbert
Valens, dude.
Gilbert Golan movie.
They're not gonna talk about the guy that died in the valley,
Yeah.
Van Nuys.
the Van Nuys Airport, not even LAX.
You have to be like, Schwarzenegger or something like that.
Yeah.
You know,
Aaliyah.
Buddy Holly. Man, so many people died in that plane, huh?
A lot of planes.
Yeah.
It was that one plane was Richie
Big
Valens,
Bopper.
the Big Bopper, and Buddy Holly
And Buddy
in one
Holly.
plane.
They were on the same plane.
Yeah.
Damn.
Imagine like losing that. It's like losing Josh Groban, John Mayer, right? And give me another one.
Why are they? Do we have to be all white?
What? No, I'm just saying.
the whitest
what?
people: Josh Groban, John Mayer, then Jack Johnson.
Yeah, Jack Johnson. Yeah, there we go. Jack Johnson on one plane.
Yeah.
And then who'd you cry for more?
Jack Johnson, the best, the most.
I like John Mayer.
Yeah, it's also funny when like someone famous dies, but then someone even more famous dies the next day. So it overshadows the famous person that died on
Yikes.
Tuesday.
Yeah.
Didn't John Denver die on a plane too? On a plane? Or did he
No,
just
that's just a song, babe.
Yeah.
No, it
It's
was
the
not a jet
lyrics.
plane, though.
Leaving
It was
on
a
a jet
twin
plane.
prop.
I know he sang
Is
that
that him?
song.
Was that him?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
John
Jet-
Denver.
But he died. Yeah, he died over the ocean.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he
he was-
left on a jet plane.
Wait.
Did he really die over the ocean?
Yeah.
If
You know who else died in a plane is
That golfer.
Kennedy though. Robert Kennedy Jr. Bobby Kennedy Jr. Oh yeah. Oh, John F. Kennedy Jr.
Yeah.
He died in a plane as well.
You guys aren't afraid to fly.
no.
Do you ever feel afraid to fly?
It's so funny. I've been on planes where the turbulence was so bad that people screamed, and in those moments, I know that I think I'm okay with it because I just kind of go yes, in a weird way.
Can I reveal something as well?
Yeah.
Ever since Lost, okay, I'm not gonna. I don't want to be in a plane accident or like any
Yeah.
kind of crash, but I feel from watching Lost, I feel like I could survive a plane crash and be a leader on an island. So sometimes I'll be on a plane.
So
Listen, I'll be
dumb.
like, I'm looking around like, okay, that's like the doctor, like that. Like I'm like Jack from Lost. Like I can bring everyone together. Like that's a lady that's pregnant. I can help her. Like,
You're not that. You know what you were on Lost?
what?
The person that's not even on the show because it's dead in the ocean already.
So I'm not one
They're
of the special,
floating. Yeah,
the special 8.
You're not.
You're
in
not
the special
Daniel Day
8. You're
Kim,
not Daniel
okay.
Day Kim.
Oh damn, Dick.
Your blood, your body be split apart in 18 different places.
My ashes everywhere.
No, you know what, dude? If I was on an island with you, though, we would die soon.
No, we would not.
How? You have skills?
You've seen shows, TV shows.
Yeah, I know. I can watch them. I know the rules, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I can apply them into my life.
You're telling me you can't just build a hut.
Well, it's like one of those things where, like, when you crash, it's not like we're completely healthy. What if I have, like, a skin abrasion or I'm infected?
That or dengue fever.
Yeah, dengue fafav or whatever it might be. You know what I mean?
You're not getting enough of like the supportive care, like getting fluids and checking your platelets and
Okay,
shit.
couple
you fucking die.
couple bruises, we're fine. First thing you do,
What?
you get all the luggage and you hoard it. You just hoard all the supplies.
How's that gonna take you out of
What?
dengue? How's that gonna
No,
treat
if you
dengue?
just have bruises.
Oh, just bruises.
But, people, you would probably go into the ocean and find debris, try to find medical supplies.
That's what I would do.
You don't know also, it'd be fun just opening up, people's suitcases to see what they brought.
You just see Bobby smiling. Oh, that's cute. A
yeah,
notebook.
yeah.
Everyone's like crying.
Or nice sweats or,
Yeah.
man, that'd be cool. And then you could like use, if somebody had, what you could do is I can sew.
You can
You actually sew?
No, but I can learn.
Oh my god.
You would learn to pass the time after a plane
Well,
crash.
in a survival situation, what I always do is, the fabric that bathing suits? Is that
sure.
nylon-y kind
Lycra?
of fabric?
I don't
Yeah,
know what
whatever,
it's called,
right?
yeah.
I would take all the bathing suits and I would
Why would there be
I
a
would
bunch of bathing suits?
because I'm going through all the luggage.
So your destination was somewhere warm.
Well, I just assume, maybe I assume that it's
Everyone is wearing
everyone's going
packing
to.
bathing suits.
Okay, let's just go with that.
Well, I mean, I know. Here's the thing, though. You never see like
Antarctica.
Lost was in a tropical place,
Always in tropical.
right? You're never on a snowy island.
That'd be a shitty show.
Well, Alive, the movie Alive.
Oh yeah.
That way it's better at like preserving certain meats and stuff so they don't go bad. So if you want to eat human meat, it's better if you're up in the cold so the meat doesn't go bad.
Yeah, I just don't.
It doesn't decay as fast.
I couldn't eat other. I think I just would rather die. To eat
I'm
another
gonna
human.
eat me some meat.
You'd have to eat human meat if it was like a snowy place.
Yeah.
But like,
I guess I don't know. I guess you would if you're that hungry.
That movie made such an impression on me when I was younger. I was like, oh, I can do this. Should I ever be on a mountaintop, in a snowy mountaintop, I could eat some of my friends
I don't think
that
you
are
would.
already on their way out. I'm not going to fucking kill them just for the sake of
No,
meat.
I don't-
They're already on
I
their
don't
way
know.
out.
I don't know. I just don't know. So we talked about earlier about how I don't know people in our lives, our personal lives.
WE.
Yeah, why is that?
So I want to do a little game. Just name me some people, and I want to seriously try to see if I know who they are.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Well, you explain the.
Okay,
because you were
so-
talking about how he would sometimes say,
Right,
"Who's
like
that?"
so
with your
when
cousin.
you
Yeah.
right, so when
Or niece, sorry.
for instance, when you were like, "Oh, Cindy took me out on the plane," and he's like, "Who's Cindy?"
Yeah.
Right.
When he does that with me, it hurts my feelings. Where I'm
Okay.
like, "You don't know my I only have a few close friends and family, and I have to remind you each time who they are."
Okay. Just name some.
Okay. Let me see. Giovanni.
Giovanni.
Think hard. Think hard.
Giovanni.
You've mentioned this to him though, right?
No, they've met multiple
Oh,
times.
they've met multiple.
Giovanni is a real estate agent. Oh my god. Who's Giovanni? Oh no, I know. Say it. I already said no. Say it.
sure?
Say it.
You sure?
I swear to God. Say it again. Say it again.
Giovanni.
Giovanni is Honey's husband's name. He's a lawyer in Philippines,
Boom.
and he's Juliana's dad,
Okay.
stepdad.
Good. Samantha.
Interesting.
Oh fuck
You're,
me,
you know.
Samantha. Oh, I know Samantha. Samantha is Jenna's buff-legged roommate.
Yes.
Like,
she is
yes,
buff
yes,
leg.
okay,
Two
good,
for
good.
two.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This is good.
Let me see. Katie.
I know only one Katie. Katie is Mabel's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Mabel is Gobi's sister.
Mm-hmm.
They're two dogs.
3 for 3.
And so Katie, she also was a producer on Survivor.
No,
She was
she
on
was a
Survivor,
Survivor.
and then she also produced Naked and Afraid one season
Bachelor.
and The Bachelor.
And then
yeah.
the Lisa Vanderpump.
Throw me a fucking curveball, babe.
What's one
Alright.
that you probably said once?
One time I told
And now I have some names,
She won't.
and then I want you to know who. See if
Okay,
they.
go
they-
ahead.
yeah.
give him a Long Beach one that he should know.
Oh yeah, do you know Cindy?
Yes, Cindy she's brown Filipino. Cindy is Cambodian. She's Asian. I don't know what the race is,
Okay.
right?
Vietnamese?
She has a sister, right? She has big, stocky legs.
She's a thick girl.
Thick girl,
Oh,
right?
we're sisters.
Yeah, and she's from Long Beach. Yeah, I know
Okay,
her.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good.
So now I have some now.
Okay.
Jensen Roof.
High school.
Damn.
But what else? That's it?
Yeah, you won't return his phone calls.
Okay, that's very good.
He's like, okay, well,
Very
there you go, Khalyla.
Matt
One point.
Ueda.
Matt Ueda is also high school.
How was he?
How is he?
What is that?
Who is he?
Is he the other funniest guy, voted funniest
Yeah,
guy?
yeah,
and you were
yeah.
angry about that
Yeah,
he got
yeah, yeah,
funniest in high school and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
weren't?
yeah, yeah.
Wait, what? What is this?
Yeah.
It's just, there's another Asian guy who was voted most like funniest guy.
Okay, I went to
in high
Poway
school.
High
Yeah,
School.
tell me this.
Okay,
I
I
don't
went
know
to Poway High School. Okay. And I graduated in 1990, right? If you look at, first of all, in the 1990 yearbook book of Poway High School, I'm not in the senior class photos. They took my photo and they sent it to Mount Carmel
Why?
because they used the same photo agency or place, and when they looked at my photo, even though I was in the Poway stack, they go, "There's no way he goes to Poway High because he's Asian."
Really?
Yeah, and they sent it because Mount Carmel was 60%, 50% Filipino.
Oh.
So my senior year, I never went to Mount Carmel, but my senior year pictures in Mount Carmel yearbook. And secondly,
That's so funny to me.
is so funny.
yeah, it's terrible. I asked if I could sue, but I was it's a part of your memory, and then they did that, and then think about when you find that information out. You're like, wait a second, so I'm not in our yearbook? And they're like, no, you're in the rival school's yearbook.
The rivals.
Yeah. But I am in a lot of photos, so that kind of made up for it. They had like one page with me and my friend Craig dancing at a dance, and you know what I mean? And me doing improv on the theater one, so it's fine. But Matt Ueda is this Japanese dude I went to high school with.
How come his photo didn't end up in Mount Carmel stack?
Because he's more. I had like a really like orange kind of like tint in my hair, and I had kind of a mullet.
So you looked
And I
Filipino?
dark. Yeah, it was dark.
You were Filipino.
Yeah. I look like a.
Oh, I see.
If you look at my Instagram way early on, there's a photo that I have
Super tan.
where it's like I look like a Filipino magician. I have a vest on. I don't know why I look like that. But anyway, Matt Ueda, he's a funny dude.
Is he
right?
famous now or?
No. He still lives in Poway, but and I wasn't even nominated. That's the thing. When I found out there was like nomination, there was like 5 guys, and I kind of asked around, "Am I not?" Like, no, you're not. Like I would ask friends, you know. But don't you think I should have been nominated?
But do people
Wait,
like?
hang on.
What was your high
he
school,
in like
Bobby?
theater? Was he?
No, I was in theater.
Oh, you were in. Oh.
He
But
was
he-
just more liked.
He was more popular.
Yeah, I was not
Yeah,
liked.
yes, I get that. I wasn't in any of those lists.
Yeah. I'm kind of there's, it's so funny. It's, you don't choose where you grow up. Your parents do.
Yeah.
So you're just exposed to these people. I like them and I have fond memories.
I hated those.
I know, but when he won, I still think about it at night.
Yeah, I hate those things too because it is such a popularity contest. Most likely to be this.
Yeah.
It's like, I would.
I'm not done with my questions, by the way.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay,
You're 2 for 2.
Dan Irwin.
Dan Irwin was the older man who saved you from a relapse, or when he escaped and you saw him at Vaughn's randomly.
No, that's not him, but it's close.
What's this story?
He's an AA guy.
Yeah, but specifically what? You can't say AA, by the way.
I'm
but it's
sorry.
fine.
I'm sorry. Then let's not talk about Dan.
Good setup, Bobby. Good setup.
Dan Irwin was.
Okay, so hold on. We're not supposed to talk about.
I know. I'm
that.
just saying, was a Korean man,
Yeah.
fully Korean.
Irwin?
Yeah, he was adopted.
Oh.
But he was adopted later in life, so he had still an accent, and he had tattoos. And he was my first first guy that helped me get. He saved my life. That guy. He taught me a lot of things, and I don't think I'd be where I'm at without him. I think about him always.
Also, I just want to give you guys an idea of how this is actually an unfair game. Bobby, when we're in conversation, if it's just him and I, he's talking 90% of the time. He's sharing 90% of the time. He's sharing about his life. I am somebody who listens. I'm 10%. I'm only speaking 10% of the time, so I don't really talk about myself.
That's not true.
It's so true.
You talk
That's
about yourself.
why-
I know so much about you.
Throw some fun facts.
What's my middle name?
He knows that.
Sangria,
When is my birthday?
November 1st.
What year?
19.
know that.
19. What? That's not fair. that question is not fair. I'm not good with mathematics. What year was I born?
71.
Oh.
September 17th, 1971.
You're good with mathematics, so
Yeah.
Okay, tell me. Ask me more people in your life. I wanna know if I'm a good listener or not.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Name me 5 cousins.
Ooh. Just first names.
Yeah, just first names.
You have Paul,
Yes.
and then you have Andy.
Yes.
I know Andy.
And then you have do you have a Jennifer?
Yes.
Damn. Okay, 3.
You have so there's Paul, Andy, and the one the brother and sister from Sacramento.
Yeah.
And then the sister who lives in Long Beach with the kids.
Yeah.
God.
You already got Jennifer though. I have 2 Jennifers.
Oh, you have to. I know. That's not, her name's Jennifer too. Then.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's 4.
Yes. No, that's 3 only. You can just throw Jennifer out. What if I have 9 Jennifers? And you want yeah.
She's a 2 for 1.
Yeah.
Oh my God, why am I blanking? I like him so much.
You met him.
Your cousin who holds a skate shop in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Give me the first letter of his name.
E.
Eddie.
Yes,
Oh my God,
Eddie.
why am I
Damn.
blanking?
Eddie.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's the best.
You have a lot of cousins. Jeez.
I have 28 first
Name
cousins.
one cousin of mine.
28 first.
Name one fucking cousin of mine because you
Doop
met.
doop.
You know what? It's probably if you go
Pretty
down the
close. Am I
family
close?
tree, there's probably
Bok, bok.
You don't know one cousin of mine.
No, I've never met them.
You've been to the Philippines, sweetheart.
But did you actually introduce him?
Yes, when I was in the hospital, he met everybody.
Well, he was
I
also
know.
in a stressful state.
I was that was a coma. I was in a coma.
One
Walking
cousin.
coma. Paul. You have a Paul?
Yeah,
I have a nephew named Paul.
Probably a
There we go. That was what I was thinking about.
Paul.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about.
You know what? Yes, I do have a cousin. His name is Paul Felder.
Yeah, Paul Felder, man.
Wait,
That's what I was talking
for
about.
real?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the
for
fighter?
real, for real.
But yeah, because his name's Paul Detmar Felder. He's half German.
And I was so I guess we kind of know each other. Are we done with the game? Because I feel like I'm gonna get in
I feel
trouble.
like I know you so much
I
better
love
than
the
you
birthday
know me.
one.
What?
That's not fair.
That's not fair because I've never even thought about it. I don't think
Yeah.
she'd have ever said it.
Do you know how old she is?
She's 34.
Almost.
She's almost 34.
Yeah. The skin's getting a little loose under the neck. Under the chin. It's getting a little goblet, like a
Gobble, gobble, gobble.
yeah.
Yeah.
Little
I'm almost
turkey.
47.
Wow.
Next month.
Next month.
47. You know what that feels like? It's like you don't. I honestly don't feel any different than I did at 18.
Hold that thought. We
Hymns.
have a message from our sponsor for hymns.
Hymns. Guys, let me say something to you right now. I say something right now is that back in the day
Yep.
when I had problems with my penis,
Whoa.
right? I had balding problems.
On your penis?
There was both combo. I had the combo deal, dude. There's no place for me to get answers. But now in this modern age, you have answers.
And you had the shames from having to
I
go
got
to the
shamed, I got
doctors.
beat up, and I almost got destroyed by it all. But now you go to hymns.com, right? They have medical experts,
Yep.
doctors, psychoanalysts,
Sure.
psychotherapists.
Of course.
What?
Doctors,
But more
just
doctors.
doctors.
Mostly,
Yeah.
they're all under the
100%
umbrella. of
100% doctors.
Yeah.
100%
And the other
doctors, for
stuff I
sure.
just made up.
Yeah.
But my
Yeah, yeah.
point is that they have real professional help for you.
Yeah.
For your penis, for your hair, for all the answers that you need, right? Hymns. 66% of men lose their hair by the age of 35. Thing is, when you start to notice hair loss, it's too late. It's easier to keep the hair you have than to replace the hair you've lost.
Yep.
How will you feel this year from now if your business? Yeah.
Yep.
I ask you. Okay.
Yep. Guys, don't let your scrotum go bald.
Oh, no.
Order now.
You got to go to Hims, guys.
Our listeners get a trial month of Hims just for $5 today. That's ridiculous. I did it. Get it. It's $5 today right now while supplies last. See website for full details. This would cost hundreds if you went to a doctor or a pharmacy. Go to forhims.com/belly. That's forhims.com/belly. Forhims.com/belly.
Hims.
Higher.
And back to the podcast.
Like today, I was working and I was sitting next to Sander, who's my 9-year-old kid that's on my show. And him and I were like doing fart jokes and giggling.
That's awesome.
And his dad's in the back seat and Oliver's in the the front seat. And we're just giggling, right? Like little kids.
Yeah.
And I am honestly like giggling like, he's my own friend at my age.
Yeah.
I've always felt like that. And it's like when people are like, I don't know, like when I ask my accountant questions, like, what does mortgage mean? Or, you know what I mean? Or how much do I, this, I ask
Taxes,
about like adult questions and he has to explain to me like I'm a little kid.
Yeah.
I don't know those things.
I find that really endearing, though, when I have to yeah, when I have to help you out with certain things and explain, like, hey, this is how you call Happy birthday to you. Hey, Gobi, she's
Gobi,
singing too.
shout.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm surprised.
Happy birthday, dear Gilbert.
I'm surprised as well. I had no idea.
Bobby, thank you so much for getting these.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
It's great.
God, I don't know why I'm
Congratulations.
singing.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
I know Bobby was the mastermind behind that. That's
Yeah.
what you. I thought that was your food.
Well, this is a very special peanut PB&J cupcakes
From where?
from Oyster.
Oh, the
And-
Filipino place? No.
Is that a
No,
Fil-
it's
no,
not-
it's
it's
not
not
a
okay.
Filipino
No.
place. And then we have a fudge brownie.
Oh wow. Can we all just take a bite?
Yeah.
Let's all do it. I'm breaking my
I just
teeth.
want one because I'm so hungry.
Baby,
But it's really to celebrate my birthday. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're a big part of this podcast, and I'm really, all kidding aside, we could have got somebody better, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
yeah.
what is this, like vegetarian or something?
What
or?
is that? Why does it taste like a vegan?
Yeah, it tastes vegan.
That is not
you
peanut
guys are
butter.
So picky.
No, taste it.
Yeah, it does taste
Vegan.
like not real peanut butter.
Yeah. What is that?
Well, it's because it's like. It's,
What?
It's topping. It's not real peanut butter.
George
You're not gonna
bought it.
slap real peanut butter.
No.
on
There's
top.
something going on with the, like
Well,
it's
I
sugar
haven't had
free. What is it?
Is it a healthy cup?
Is it a healthy one? Is it? Tell me.
Bite the actual cake though. That's not bad.
Yeah, bite the
But
cake.
what?
babe.
This-
Before I get into it, just be honest with me and tell me what this
Top
is.
10 cupcakes in LA.
Yeah, that's what
But
he
this
looked
is
it up.
this is not a sugar-free one?
No.
I
All right.
specifically said, George, you have to get a good cupcake because Gilbert's a food snob.
Well, hey George, thank you so much. It was so good. What is that? That's not peanut butter, is it?
Let
That's
me
not peanut
taste
butter.
I guess I should have eaten dinner rather than getting these, huh? Sorry.
No, thank you, George. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
there's something weird about the frosting, but thanks anyway.
I would be miserable without you, Gil. I truly would be.
If that other guy was here,
You
not to
mean-
say
you-
his name.
I would be miserable.
Oh
You are the
Don't
perfect.
say his name.
I'm not gonna
Don't
say
say
his
his
name,
name.
but I remember him.
He
Yeah.
almost became it, and I would have been miserable. He wouldn't have acted as a. You are a perfect buffer for me and Bobby's madness,
Yeah,
and you know how to handle us when we're fighting.
you do. We've had some brutal fights on this.
Nothing too brutal. We're not.
Yeah,
hitting
where you
each other.
cried and stuff.
I always cry.
And we've
I would
stopped.
say the brutal ones were probably the early days. That
Yeah,
was
I think we
brutal.
figured that out. I
Yeah.
think some of it.
But I also
was
learned to
interesting.
have a thicker skin
You
and
did.
not take everything like too personally. or
So
not
different
to-
from 2015.
Thank you. I like to hear that.
You've grown so
I like
much.
to. I like to fail forward. You know.
What was that story you were telling us, me and George, the other day about another Bobby Lee?
Oh my God! Did I tell you that, babe?
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah, but I don't like it. But go ahead.
You don't want me to tell the story?
No, tell the story. But
It's gonna be issues afterwards.
there's no issues. Can I have the brownie instead? Because
Yeah,
that
have the
that
brownie.
fucking
Yeah.
cupcake is the worst I've ever.
Oy, hala. Googie, come on, man.
Tell us a story. Set it up, Khalyla.
Okay, so my friend came in town from Miami, and we went out to Davy Wayne's, which is like a bar out here. And at the bar, these two men approached us. I thought with the intention of hitting on us, I'm sure. And
That happened often for you?
yeah, no, not at all. And he came over and he was like, "Hi, my name's Bobby Lee." And Jessica, you know, she's very spirited and fiery. She thought that he was just being a smartass.
Like a dick, yeah.
Yeah, like a dick. Like, oh, obviously, like you know who she is. You just came over and wanted to introduce
Who
yourself
says their
as
full
Bobby
name?
Lee.
Who says their full name though?
Exactly, like Bobby Lee. And so Jessica popped off, and she's like, "You know, you're just being a fucking dick. Get out of here. Like, your name is not fucking Bobby Lee." And he looked confused. Like, he was like, "Wait, why are these people attacking me?" And in that split second, I look over at Jessica. I was like, "Wait, maybe his name is Bobby Lee." And she's like, "Fuck no!" And she was like, "Khalyla will buy you and your friends drinks if your name is Bobby Lee."
How many friends were there?
Yeah.
He had like a lot of friends. He was like, "She will buy you every one of you guys drinks if your name is Bobby Lee."
Fucking Jessica.
She's like, "Give me your ID right now." And the guy pulls out his ID, and lo and behold, his name is Bobby Lee.
He's a black guy.
He's a black guy. I took a picture with him. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
should we take a picture together? And then I ended up fucking
Sucking his dick.
And did you? And did you tell him that like, oh, I'm dating the?
And I was
Bobby
like,
Lee?
wait, that's my boyfriend's name. And he was like, wait, is your boyfriend Korean? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh shit, you're dating the Bobby Lee.
See, you're the Bobby Lee.
Yeah,
I
you're
don't think I am.
you
I don't
are
think
the
I am.
Bobby Lee.
You think I am?
Oh yeah.
The
I
fact
don't
that a
think so.
black guy goes, he's the Bobby Lee.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was actually really excited that I was the girlfriend of the Bobby Lee.
The Bobby Lee.
Was he cute though?
I'll show you a picture.
Yeah, let me look at his face.
He's pretty jacked.
He's like
He's a
he's a
jack
pretty
dude?
cute black guy.
Yeah, yeah.
I think I showed you already, babe.
So I don't want to bring this up, but I have
There,
also
that's
something
him.
that he is cute. I like him, and I think you're gonna get mad, sweetie. And then I'm gonna be able to just I was gonna say this to you tomorrow.
Looks like Seal.
Oh no, I'm
yeah,
scared.
yeah. Don't be scared. But I just hear me out. I'm gonna tell you what happened.
Why are you scratching your nuts?
I'm not scratching my
It's his nervous
system.
tick. It's a nervous tick.
And I was gonna, and you can say no, and then I'll have to deal with it, and I don't want to fight about it. All right.
God.
I'm just gonna ask you something.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So Monday, what you know how we call in at the Comedy Store, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You call in, right, and you go. They go, when do you available that you can go up? And I said all week.
Uh huh.
Okay. So this guy Jay, the skinny little guy named Jay, goes, okay. And he told this guy, fat black guy named Quincy. I know I shouldn't be saying race. Humanoids. It's not my bad.
Okay.
It's just the way I'm just trying to change. You know what I mean?
It's okay, man.
And Quincy forgot to tell Adam.
I already know what you're gonna ask me.
What?
We're not gonna go to Joshua Tree.
I am doing Joshua Tree.
Okay. But
Good one, Bob.
God, what is your problem right now?
that's exactly it.
It's not it.
Can we not go till like Monday?
No. We're gonna go Sunday.
Okay. But after your show.
No, not after the show. Will you listen to my thing?
There's a lot of energy here. I'm very confused with it.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
So anyway, so that happened. So then they called me and they go, you got no spots.
Yeah. I remember that.
Or you remember that? And I was
Yeah.
upset.
We were at the dog park. You
And
were
then
flipping out.
all week they've been calling like, ooh, you can be on the Fallout. Like, that's not gonna change it. You guys fucked me, right? But then Adam called me and he goes, you're still doing my benefit show Sunday, right? At 8.
How? Okay.
Right? And I said, oh yeah. Okay. So can I do the benefit show and then go? Can I go to Joshua Tree? And if you say no and you say no, then I'll just call him and go, no, I'm not, I'm out.
Why are you asking me this
Yeah.
in the middle on the podcast?
Because it's better to do it this way because I don't want to start a fight. You can say no and I'm not going to be upset.
Well, let's break this down.
I can call Adam right now.
Let's break this down.
Yeah.
Interesting.
You knew that I had made plans.
That's not true. I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
Because apparently I said yes to this months ago.
What, the Joshua Tree?
No, the benefit show for
Okay.
Adam.
Okay.
And you know me, I forget.
Okay.
So then Joshua Tree came along, completely forgot about the benefit show. And then now we were supposed to go to Joshua Tree Sunday and stay till Wednesday or Thursday, right? I'm even willing to stay an extra day so that we can make this happen. I'm open to anything that you want me to do.
If it's important to
It's-
listen to me.
Yeah.
You already know the answer.
I know, but this is the
I
best
have
way to do it.
never ever gotten in
Yeah, but
the
I don't want you to
way-
get angry or like sad or like call me a liar or anything like that.
I never want to get in the way of your stage time.
It's not stage time. I don't even want to do it, but he said, you know what I mean, you're still doing it, right? And I said,
it's
yeah,
you.
and then I forgot.
And I don't want you to look bad in front of Adam, and I don't want you to flake on another person. I would rather you flake on me than flake on them. That way.
But I'm not faking on you. I'm saying we're going to go right after her.
Yeah, but it's a 2-hour drive, so we'll probably not get there till midnight.
Still fine.
Okay,
Still fun.
fine.
It's still going to be an adventure. Still fun.
Fine.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
And you're not upset or anything like that? Can I get a bubble?
No, a little bit.
no.
Here,
Well, then
The only reason I'm upset
Yeah.
is because you needed George and Gilbert to be here as a buffer, so I wouldn't pop
I was
off.
figuring out why you were doing it now.
Like,
Isn't that a
people, like,
brilliant way of doing it? Would you throw me that though?
play at its best.
Will you
That's
throw me
shadow
that
play.
shadow
Shadow
play
play.
that I did it in the most brilliant way?
Babe, that was perfect shadow play.
Yeah, it
Also
was.
shadow play.
Can I get a bubble though?
I don't know.
I think you need
Give me a
to.
bubble. I love you so much.
You need to like.
Give me a bubble. Give me a baby. It's on YouTube.
Ew, that was the most disgusting kid. Why did you blow air into his mouth?
I didn't. It's because I laughed and snot came out.
Yeah.
I guess you have to serve her like a queen this next
Bad
week.
news is always done in public, and that's another life lesson from your Captain Bob.
I don't
you
know,
know?
man. I've done that before, and that
Yeah.
turned into. Oh, I thought everything was all good, and then get in the car. Okay, bad idea.
Wait till that camera and these mics get turned off. babe.
Oh,
Are you being real?
No, come
right.
on. You know me better than that. Have I ever flipped out over something like that?
hey, you're
No,
getting beat
no.
up.
Yeah.
When the cameras
But
are
you
off,
know
you get
why?
beat up, bro.
Yeah.
Because it's your fault, so Adam shouldn't have to pay for it. And I would hate to fuck him over in that way.
Well, what will end up happening, and it's fine, is if I say I'm not doing it, that he's gonna think that it's because I didn't get to go up this week, and he's gonna be like, oh, you want to play it that way, and it's to be an ongoing little like tit for tat.
I am
You know what
I am a cheerleader
And
your protector.
Adam Egget-
And if there's anything your manager has taught me, it's always take the blame and never make him look bad. And,
Is
but
that
I'm
what
like,
she
do you
said?
not listen to the podcast, lady?
Is that what she said to you?
We throw each other under the bus all the time when it comes to like business stuff.
Yeah.
Abby taught me, like, when it comes to business stuff, you never want him to look bad, so just take the brunt. If he's late, it's your fault. If it's this, it's your fault. I'm like, okay, I can do that. But it's really your fault.
Today was fucking rough, man. Because Khalyla's doing this thing, which is so generous of her, where it's if I have to get up early to shoot
I saw that.
on the show, she sleeps in here.
When you guys got here, was my bed set up and
Right, so she sleeps in here, and
Did
all
it
the
look sad?
dogs are in here, right? And so, which is a generous gesture
I mean,
on her
that's
part.
Love.
So
I
last
slept
time,
on the
I'm like,
floor.
okay, here we go, and I just laid there for probably 4 hours. Right, I brought chips in from the kitchen.
yeah.
I ate chips by the side of the bed.
Wait, what does that help? Just
I was so hungry. Yeah, I ate an orange, and I ate a Laura bar. I
Those are
just
good.
laid there, and it was one of those things where sleep, and then beep, 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 the alarm went off.
so you didn't even.
I barely slept.
That sucks.
And then what he makes me do.
What?
So you know how he has to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and so I'm sleeping on the podcast room floor. He's sleeping on a king size mattress over there. I'm sleeping. All the animals are with me. Fucking 6 animals are with me.
Yeah.
And on top of that, he goes. He peeks his head through the door. He's like, "Babe, if it's not too much to ask, can you set your alarm for me?" So now I have to fucking wake up as well at 6 o'clock.
But you know what? Because of last year, what happened last year?
Yeah.
Your alarm didn't go off.
And I showed up 3 hours late to a show.
Yeah, so I always set my alarm for you.
You don't understand. I think, and that also
You scarred
has a lot to do with me not being able to sleep.
I think that happens
afraid
a
of
lot
missing.
too.
Yeah, because that can never happen again.
Let me just tell you that happens to just about every normal human being. When there's something big that's happening the next day and that you're either excited about or nervous about, sleep is out of the question. I can never get proper sleep like before like a first day at a job or something like that. I could never. It's just
I
know?
also don't know how. It's like you do a take, and people go like the director will walk up and go, yeah. So that that line, it has to be more sullen, and then boom, you're hitting him with this, right? And that's because you want this from him,
Yeah.
right? And when they give me notes like that, I go, okay. I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
you don't know what sullen means.
I don't know what anything that they're saying.
Yeah.
And they do it the same exact way as I've been doing it.
Yeah.
And at the end, they go, okay, well, that's it. Let's go.
We're going to take a
another
second
br-
for our sponsor.
Brooklyn for your skin if you're a king and a queen or royalty. You guys, Khalyla and I sleep at night. We only sleep on Brooklyn. And why? Because we're elegant angels from the mid and in the upper hemisphere of your lives.
Yep.
and we only want the best. Brooklyn's are the best sheets I've ever owned. It's like angel skin. I'm laying on them. Not that I would ever kill a skin an angel, but my point is, if there was, that'd be true.
You can't even catch angels.
I can't catch them, but my point is that I've tried. But BrooklynGuys.com is where you need to go. Okay. It my Brooklyn sheets are the best, most comfortable sheets I've ever slept on. Brooklyn.com is giving an exclusive offer just to my listeners, guys. TigerBelly.
Yeah.
Get $20 off and free shipping when you use promo code TigerBelly at Brooklyn.com. Tell them the rest because I can't read it.
Brooklyn is so sure you'll love your new sheets that they offer a risk-free 60-night satisfaction guarantee and a lifetime warranty on all their sheets and comforters. The only way to get $20 off and free shipping is to use the promo code TigerBelly at brooklinen.com. That's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code TigerBelly. Brooklinen. These are the best sheets.
How do we
ever.
sleep? How do we sleep together in Brooklyn and like this?
Oh wow! If you're just an audio listener, you're missing out. They're hugging each other so tight.
Brooklyn for your sheets.
Brooklyn, and we love them.
We love it. They're
soft.
so delicious.
So yummy.
Deliver right fresh to your house.
Brooklyn, classic Brooklyn, and delivering sheets
Fresh.
to your house.
Fresh,
Babe,
different recipes.
Since it's Gilbert's birthday,
Yeah.
I want each of us to ask him a question that we've always been wanting to ask him.
No, I'm not gay. That's for everyone.
No, I know
No.
you're not. You're not. You just look.
You just look like what?
What's something you've always wanted to know about him?
You asked me, Khalyla.
Let me see.
Yeah, foreskin. It's real. I know no one's seen it, but I do have it.
You know, I'm kind of pro foreskin now. I don't know if I
Okay.
would. I
Me
don't know
too.
if I would circumcise my kid. I want him to decide that for himself later on in life.
Oh, when it becomes a $5,000 cosmetic surgery? Yeah, I looked it up.
I mean, look, my buddy got his circumcision when he was 15, and they cut off too much, and his dick feels a little tight. So when he gets fully erect, it kind of hurts him a little bit.
Oh.
Does there, like, if you don't clean it out, is there like little kind of
Thick dick.
gummy?
Thick dick.
That's only when,
Schmegma.
that's only when you're younger. So that happened to me when I was in middle school.
You didn't know how to pull back and
And
wash.
what does it smell like? That
It
little.
doesn't. I'll tell you what it smells like.
Yeah.
Not good.
I'll just say it's like, I don't know, man. It's bad.
Hey, but girls get that too, though, because we have discharge, we have things like that. Like it's,
But
You get a little like schmeg caught between the lips.
baby. If you
like an
looked at my
album.
vagina,
Smeg,
Yeah,
top to
yeah.
the
if you look
lips.
at any girl's vagina, let's say if she didn't just wash and scrape,
A labyrinth.
yeah, and then there's gonna be some like white stuff there, but who cares? Like when you have sex with somebody and there's always like there's stuff there. That's a cute fart. I'm not gonna lie.
Thank you.
Yeah, why did your body like, you like the
Because
Pillsbury
I try to
Doughboy? You
I
went,
try to sweep. I try to sweep.
Sweet. And also like his face was real cute.
Yeah, it was cute. I cuted it.
I've never seen her so turned on. This is freaking me out.
Yeah, I was talking about like vaginas, and then you felt the need to fart. God, what are we even talking about today? Have we said anything of consequence today?
No, there was shadow play, though, happening.
Yeah, that's true. Come on, babe. Questions. You said one thing you've always
No, I'm
wanted to know
trying to
about
think
Gilbert.
about. I don't really care about.
What about you, George?
Yeah, I already know you don't care.
No, I do care. No, I will do it then.
No, man.
No, yeah.
I'm on your side. Be
No,
you.
let me know.
As soon
I
as
want to
you're
be
fake
me.
with
This is me. No, this is real. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Have you ever had a spiritual awakening?
Yes.
When?
I would say almost like there's a time when I think when my grandma passed away, like a long time ago, and then I just go to church for whatever reason, didn't believe in it, but then
Don't do that.
I saw her move.
No, be real.
No, man.
Oh.
I haven't had a real awakening like that.
You never had a spiritual awakening.
I mean, I've
What
experienced things that
even
are
is
like
that?
You don't even know what it is. I mean,
Like I go through moments in my life where I feel like something is churning on the inside. Things are, and I feel like I'm changing. Like I feel like I notice my head is changing. Is that a spiritual awakening where I come out of it feeling a little bit more, little clearer?
no.
I'll say
it's
this. Go ahead.
It's a physical, life-altering experience. It's the first one I ever had, right, was when I was 17 years old. I hadn't gone to school for a month. My parents and I were fighting. I was doing drugs every day. It was terrible. I stole money. And one morning, my mom woke up and she's like, "You're going to school." She grabs me by my hair. She drags me. And at this point in my life, I have no future. I don't want to live. I just don't want to be in this life. I'm just suffering every day.
Spiritual awakening.
Right, there we go. That was the Lord.
That was it.
And she drags me by my hair. I get in the car, and there's a street called Martin Coit, and it's like this long, really steep hill that goes on for a half a mile, because we lived on like a mountain, a hilltop, and she had a red Camaro. I don't know if you know that, and she's driving down as fast as she can to get me to school, and I just open up the door and I roll out. Like in that Lady Bird? Like Lady Bird.
Yeah, you
Just roll
told me.
out?
You told me that scene was exactly the way you rolled out of the car.
Yeah, I rolled out, and then I didn't break any bones, but I was scraped and bruised, and I could see my mom doing a U-turn, screaming. And now where I rolled out, there was a field, and I ran across the field. And it's one of those unkept fields where there's like a lot of like holes and bumpy, My mom starts driving on it to chase me, and I'm running, and I trip, and I fall on my stomach. And there's dirt in my face. I'm sweating, crying, and just like, as I'm laying there, a sensation went over my body, a feeling that I've never felt before, which was, you're going to be okay. Your life is about to change. And this is something great's going to happen. And it was not a light. It felt like the whole, the sky just shot with light.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And there was a warmth and a hope that I'd never felt before. And I thought that it was God. I thought it was God. And then I got in the car and I'm crying, and my mom's crying. Like, why you want to kill yourself? You know what I mean? And I said, I need to go to another rehab. I want to go to the McDonald's Center.
Maybe that fall kind of like shook you
Wake up.
into waking, kind of shook you awake.
Yeah, no, I think that I honestly believe that, because what happened was I went to the McDonald's Center and met Dan Irwin at that, the Korean dude.
Korean guy adopted.
And the reason why, it was weird, the reason why I met Dan Irwin was because once I got into the rehab, my whole argument, because I'm very argumentative, and I would scream. There was this other kid named John Bosonic. And
real name?
Yeah,
great
Bosonic.
name.
Yeah, John
Damn.
Bosonic.
Ooh.
John Bosonic was one of the funniest dudes. When you go to a meeting, you go, "Hi, I'm Bob. I'm an alcoholic," and everyone goes, "Hi, Bob." Right? John Bosonic used to do this. "Hi, and he used to pull his legs up and fart. Right? And then like the counselor would like, like grab him, right?
Yeah.
And I would just be in tears, crying, right? And they would say John Bosonic and Bobby they're not gonna get sober.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, 3 years ago, I'm in New Mexico. Not New Mexico. I was in a casino, maybe in New Mexico. Yeah, New Mexico. In the front row was John Bosonic.
Wow.
Still sober.
Wow.
Still sober.
Great story.
But anyway, still sober. But anyway, when I got in the rehab, I remember John Bosonic used to do that, and then my thing was, there are no Asians. We don't do this. I look around. It's all you whites, some blacks, a couple of Mexicans, but there's never Asians. And the counselor, well, Bobby, it's not a race. Every human being has alcoholism and drug,
Yeah.
And I go, it's cultural, and whatever. And then one day, I get a knock on the door, and he's like, "There's someone in the lobby to see you." I look out, and Dan at the time, imagine this: he's a tall, fully Korean-looking dude, right? But this is in the 80s. This is in 1988. Okay, so imagine 1988, a Korean dude with tattoos. Now you didn't see in '88. You didn't see, especially in the suburbs, anyone with tattoos. Mm-hmm. He had tattoos to his like wrist, and he was older, like probably I don't know. He had white hair, but long to his shoulders, and he was like lean, and he just stood there in the lobby, and he goes, "I'm done." Oh, what's up? He looked like Mortal Kombat.
Like Liu Kang?
Like
Yeah, Liu Kang, like something. Yeah, like he was gonna like rip my spine out of my body,
Fatality,
and finish me.
Friendship.
Finish him.
Right? And he just says, "I'm your sponsor." And I go, "Okay." And that dude changed my life. When I got out of that place, imagine being in high school, right? You have to go to school Monday through Friday, right? And with me, because I missed so much school, I've talked about this before. I had a 0 period, a lunch period, and Dan made me do 9 meetings a week.
Wow.
Right? So Friday night, I'd go to a men's meeting. Saturday morning, I'd wake up and go to another men's meeting. And I would go on retreats and do meditations and do all kinds of stuff. And this is my junior year in high school. So this, I believe that spiritual awakening brought me, and then the only reason why, let's just listen to this, right? The only reason why I did stand-up was because, now, I went to the McDonald's Center, which was in La Jolla, okay? And that's where the only Comedy Store is, La Jolla, right? And the only reason why I moved after high school to La Jolla was because that's where I got sober, right? And then the only job I can get with some guy from AA was like, you know what I mean, work at this coffee shop next to, and that's how I met, what's his name, Mike Halloran.
I remember Mike.
And then the coffee shop closed, and I went next door to get a job, which is the comedy store. So I just feel like everything was interconnected from me jumping out of my mom's car.
Jeez.
Right? So you can look at it as, coincidences, right? But I don't know in what way. Also, I met the founder of the Groundlings. Okay. Why does the name slip my
For who it is.
Gary Austin. I met Gary Austin because I met a dude, in meetings, and he goes, "I know this guy Gary Austin started the Groundlings." He goes, "This is when I was 19, before I even thought about doing comedy." And he goes, I have this little workshop, and Gary's gonna do like a little improv class, right? And so I gave him money and I did it. And so I met Gary Austin, where I met that girl from Facts of Life, and they all did it. But here's the thing: when I went to LA to take his LA classes in Burbank, I was 20, and this is crazy. This actually happened. We were at Jerry's Deli. I'm 20 years old. I don't know anything about show business. I've never done stand up at the time. And we were eating dinner after one of his classes at Jerry's Deli. And I'm shy and small, and I don't know LA. I think I'm so intimidated. It's all of it's daunting, right? And we're sitting there, and Gary goes, "Well, what else, do you do?" I go, "Well, I play the piano a little bit." He goes, "When I asked you, a couple of weeks ago in class, you didn't mention it." I go, "I'm shy." And he says to me this, and I swear to God he did this. He goes, "You know what? Announce to this whole restaurant that you play the piano, and in 10 years, you'll be on the Tonight Show." I go, "Doing what?"
Playing the piano.
And he goes, "I don't know, but I'm telling you right now that that's going to happen." So I stood up, and I screamed as loud as I could, "I play the piano!"
What was the feeling?
The whole restaurant applauded. Right? Sat down. 10 years later, I did Leno.
Was it really 10 years?
10 years. I did Leno.
Damn.
Because 20, I did it when I was 30.
That all makes sense now. Why you punked Juliana to when we're having dinner at a public place and she's so shy.
We were at Roscoe's and he kept saying,
and
"Do the monologue.
Do the monologue now."
From A Few Good Men.
From A Few Good Men, and you make her you want her to do the monologue from A Few Good Men. That's why.
Yeah, he taught me, right, to get out of, who cares? It's society. They have these rules. You know what I mean? You're in this prison in your mind. Get out. And he got me out. And, you know, he passed. And I haven't seen him in so long. Probably 20 years.
Wow.
But he was one of the first dudes that I met that, like, introduced me to that world, you know. And then it took me 3 more years to do stand-up.
I didn't know you took classes before stand-up.
Yeah, for years with Gary Austin.
Damn.
Yeah, and then I met, you know, all kinds of people there, and then I met a guy named Randy at that Gary Austin, and Randy was the real reason why you don't know Randy.
I was going to say Randy Jackson.
No, there's this guy named Randy. He was this balding, kind of Jewishy, but he was like 50.
Okay.
Right? And he was balding. He kind of looked like Stanley Tucci.
I know Randy. I've heard. I know.
You've told you about Randy, and Randy signed me up for an open mic at a coffee shop.
He did it for you.
What?
He did it for you.
Yeah. Damn. And when they called my name out, I didn't do it, but he was the first one to get me to, like, you know what I mean. And then I did it at the Comedy Store, but Randy.
Where's he?
I haven't seen Randy since then, which is 25 years.
Don't you ever wish that you could thank Gary Austin or thank Randy, and you know, when you realize like those things seem small.
No, I don't. I think
what a big impact that is on such an impressionable young 20-year-old.
Yeah,
those are massive things for anybody.
Yeah, they were very, very. But then the jealousy came, and can I tell you where? I'll tell you. Can I tell you? I want to tell you the first time where I thought to myself, "Wow, I don't like what I see."
Yeah.
So Freddie Soto, you know, remember I talked about Freddie Soto. Freddie Soto was one of the best comics guys. Look him up. He's had specials back in the day. He passed. Him and I were very good friends. Then not, and then toward the end of his life, we did a show in Hawaii together. I miss him so much, and he's so talented. I can't even explain to you. This dude, he was in that movie Spanglish with Adam Sandler. He was on his way up, dude. This guy. But anyway, Freddie was living in LA and I was in San Diego, and Freddie was a comic. We met at the Comedy Store, and he got his first TV spot, which is like Friday Night Videos. That was the spot that you would get. And he came down one day and he said to me, we're in the green room at the Comedy Store, and he goes, "I got Friday Night Videos." And you know what I said? "How'd you get that?"
No.
Instead of saying congratulations. And he pointed out, he goes, "See what you just did?" And I put my head in my hands over my face. And I went, "Yeah, I don't know, that was fucking crazy. I hate that. You know, I don't want to be like that. It's ugly." But I did what I did, you know. It's an ugly way to live, right? Without like kind of listening and just reacting in a jealous way, in that way, in an envious way. It's not who I want to be, you know. Anyway, happy birthday, man.
Thanks, man. That was an epic story. That was so epic.
Spiritual awakening, babe.
But that's how I believe in spiritual awakenings. I believe in, and that, I mean, I've talked about this before. And then when I got sober this last time, 16 years ago, I've talked about that.
Pulled it out of you.
Yeah. So, you know, it does happen in my life.
It doesn't have, I think that spiritual awakenings don't always have to come in, like, you don't have to roll out of a car to a spiritual awakening. Sometimes some things just change about you, and then you wake up feeling drastically different. And I'm telling you guys now, that happened to me 2 weeks ago. There was something about episode 154 that was, I think, the peak of my wherever I was. I needed, not the peak, I needed to crash in that way. When I said it on the mic about all the things that I didn't like about myself, that's what it took for me to wake up the next day feeling like, you know what? That's it. I lit the own fire under my own ass, and
She's writing her show right
I
now.
haven't stopped moving since.
She hasn't.
Like, I seriously have not stopped moving, and I didn't do that alone. It's hearing everyone's stories and emails and everybody from the Slap Kingdom who has written in. I swear to you, you don't feel like you have an impact on someone's life because maybe we don't know each other, but it did. It really, really did. And it woke me up in a way that I've never felt in my entire life, where I feel secure and loved and confident. And I'm like, what the fuck? Where did this come from? It was always there. It was always there. Ugly things were just compounding over it. And I've spent the last 2 weeks like going back into my past, looking at old pictures.
Yeah, she's
like
been
remembering my
something weird's going
father, remembering my mother, remembering that they're just humans, acknowledging their mistakes as just being humans, not taking anything personally. And it's felt fucking good. And I don't feel manic because I have that tendency to feel manic. I don't feel manic. I just feel free. And I think that I have all of you guys to thank for that.
You're welcome.
Not just, I mean, the Slap Kingdom.
Let's give it up for Bobby Lee, everyone.
You're welcome.
You are welcome.
I'm, just planting seeds, friends. Planting seeds.
Dream weaving.
Yeah.
Dream weaving.
But even if nothing comes out of all of this,
it will.
That's okay.
It will.
No, but I don't want to live in the results.
Declare it, though.
No, I don't want to live in that. All I know is I'm moving, and if I fail forward, and that's all. That's the direction I want to fail. It's just forward.
I want to pay something forward too right now. It's a shot. It's a shot in the dark.
Okay, yeah.
But our friend Gardo.
Oh yeah. We don't have to announce that.
I'm going to announce it.
Babe, don't do that. You're jinxing it.
No, about the movie.
You're just gonna throw it out in the universe.
Yeah, if you have anything to do,
The Rock,
listening, The Rock, and Robert Zemeckis, the new Hawaiian movie. If you're casting or whatever, our friend Gardo looks Polynesian. He went really far in the Groundlings. He's super cute. He's lean. He looks a part of that world.
Good tattoos.
Great tattoos, Polynesian tattoos. And I've made some phone calls today. I really want him. I want to give him that opportunity to audition for that movie.
And that casting off.
Yeah, this kid is. Whoever's casting that, please take my recommendation, and I will go through higher sources if it need be, but I need him to get him in that room. All
it takes one audition.
Yeah.
God, we really. Where are we now on time, Guild?
Over an hour. Around an hour, yeah.
Wow, only an hour? Dang, it felt so much longer than that.
I felt like Bobby's spiritual awakening story was 50 minutes. I was like in this ride.
It was 2 minutes long.
It was like 40 seconds.
Yeah.
You're a great storyteller. I wish that I had the patience and the timing and the build-up of I could never tell a story the way you do.
It's the pacing.
Like, my punchline is always in the first 2 sentences, and then I backtrack. I'm like, okay, but how I got there? I'm like, oh, God, I'm terrible.
I was like, I yelled at my parents. I moved to LA. That's it. Yours like, you have all these colorful things.
What I wanted to ask you, Guild, is what has been the biggest heartbreak of your life?
Heartbreak?
Like heartache. Have you ever had a moment where you're just like the most painful?
I will say the most painful moment. I don't think it's big for a lot of people. Maybe people that were in college. So like definitely growing up, I had this habit of being a pathological liar. He's like,
me too.
You know that? I believe that because I think that you were just coming out of that when I met you.
Yeah, I think Cindy definitely helped smack it out of my face.
Yeah. It happens a lot. My ex-boyfriend was like that when I first met him too. And he's a great guy. He just had these bad habits.
It was a weird habit. I think it was just from always joking around, and jokes would be embellishments, and embellishments would just become completely like straight up lies that I would have to keep up.
Yeah.
And then I think one was I just didn't care about school, right? So in college, I would take my report cards, right? My parents were paying for my school. I would go on Photoshop. I'd change all like straight up F's and D's in college because all I would do is play video games. I was on Major League Gaming in Call of Duty when that first came out, COD4.
Yeah.
And all I did was just skip every final exam. Didn't give a fuck at all. And I would change the grades. Hey, Mom and Dad, I know you're listening to this now. And then I would just...
Did you get a degree?
No, I dropped out to pursue acting and everything.
Good decision though.
Yeah. So I went to school, changed all the grades, and then it would just say A's and B's. And then I think what happened eventually is it caught up to me, and I couldn't like bear it, especially to my mom, because like she's hustling, she's working. I mean, she worked basically 2 jobs. I mean, she was putting on credit cards. It wasn't even a loan. I wasn't doing a loan. She was doing on credit cards. So and then I just like one day I just started crying in my house while I was ready to show them the new fake report.
Yeah.
I just started crying, and then my mom just saw me downstairs crying, and she goes, "What's wrong?" And I just could not. It's the first time in my life I've ever like not been able to talk. Just tears. And then she like took me to her car, like, let's just drive.
Yeah.
And just let me cry in the car for an hour.
Oh.
And then if I was able to talk, and I told her it's all fake. And then she goes, this is ridiculous. This is like a movie.
Babe, stop.
This is
No,
a
I
movie.
like it. I like
Hey,
it.
you rolled out of a car. I stayed in
No,
the
I like
car.
it. No, I like it. I'm just. I when I watch a movie, sometimes I laugh.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Keep.
And then basically, then I told her, because my always was fear is like disappointing your parents, especially the Asian mentality. Basically, that's what happens. Culturally, that's what happens. And I thought they were gonna kill me. My mom was like, "It's okay. I love you." And then let's restart. And then that was it.
God, I love your mom.
And then after that, that's when I was like, "Cool, fuck you guys. I'm moving to Chicago to be an actor." And that's what happened.
God, I love your mom. But see, that's something I feel like, oh God, like that unconditional motherly love. Well, not for everyone, but some. Your mom's dope. I really like her. I respect her a lot.
I think you'll be a great mom.
You think I'm
You're
so obsessed?
bright. You're so bright and nurturing. I see you with the dogs and the animals, and you really just care. You'll be a little like Romulan about or Vulcan about it, I think.
Like what? In what way?
Just the rules, and you know what I mean.
I have to
You have a
be.
logical, you know.
But I think because you experienced what you did with your mom, you would obviously
Yeah.
change a lot of.
No, I think you'd be strict.
I think that I would be reasonably strict.
I think you would grab tongues.
You think the same? You think the same as her mom? You think the same as her mom?
Grab tongues.
Yeah,
Her mom.
I like to grab a kid's tongue.
your mom would do some things to you.
Yeah, and I'm breaking the cycle. It ends with me, guys. I am
Yeah.
not going to beat my kids. I know the end result of that. It's not good. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to reprimand reasonably.
But you know, it's like when I think of the times my dad exploded in a temper tantrum. Yeah, it's shocking to me because I'm a kid and I don't know a lot of people. You know, I'm in under this roof. There's nowhere else to go. You know, I need to eat, and so you're just kind of stuck in the. You're 7.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna go, right? And you see a man, you know, melt down, but in retrospect, he's just a guy, right? A dude just going through his own life, and you know, human beings have meltdowns, they have temper tantrums, you know, and it's like, you know, I just didn't look at it from an adult point of view. It's just a kid responding to, you know what I mean, an adult being a human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Him beating me, that's a little, you know, it's a little weird because, I'm with Sander, the kid. Yeah, I'm not around ever a kid, so he's the only kid I really remember around. And I don't know why, but you know, him and I talk
He's
a lot.
Friends, best
No,
friend.
he's a bright kid, like
Yeah.
you know what I mean. You know, did you watch The Invisibles? I like, you know, theoretically this could possibly, you know what I mean? Like
Oh, he's
he's
smart.
a
He's
smart
smart
kid,
kid.
right?
Yeah.
And to me, it's like that's the age where my dad used to beat me with golf clubs. Right? And I look at Sandra, his brittle little bones.
He would die.
You know, he's a little kid, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, how could my dad beat me? No matter what, my kid, that brittle and small and innocent, even he said, "Fuck you, gook monster," to me,
Epic.
I'd be like, "Why'd you call me?" And he'd go, "Gook monster."
Okay, timeout.
Mom! I'll call Khalyla!
Handle this.
Handle this. You call me Gook Monster. But I would never beat him with a golf club.
Yeah, that's insane. I also I've been reading this book, but you know how like Freud or Carl Jung always talked about like trauma being like basically determines your outlook on life and how you live your life. But the opposite side of that was a man named Stephen Adler, who basically says all your traumas don't exist. Like your traumas don't determine you at all. And that when we talk about all of this, in a way, it kind of set me free.
Yeah.
Because he's like, basically, if you subscribe to that way of thinking, that's determinism. That's basically saying everything that's happened in your past, everything that's happening now is a result of your past, and there was no way to change that. That's not actually taking the reins of your own life and moving forward. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
He's way more articulate and way more... I probably don't explain it in a way that he can, but in a sense, it kind of, for someone who's experienced a lot of trauma in her life, it kind of set me free a little bit. It felt nice. Like, you know what, you're right.
Right. But what a great podcast. Melancholy, but still insightful.
Yeah.
Good ideas.
Good ideas.
Fresh talk.
Should we get some unhelpful advice?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Unhelpful advice with Bobby, Khalyla, and that's it.
Hi, guys. I was going to say
George is here too, you know.
And George Kimmel.
George, I'd like to hear your advice on this.
Yes, let's have George answer.
This is from our good friend, Michelle. What's up, Michelle? Hi, guys. I'm dating someone in the industry, and he recently booked a play as one of the leads. I'm really happy for him, but my problem is the play is of the explicit and romantic variety. What this means is he is regularly rehearsing passionate kissing and sex scenes with his co-star. My question is, Khalyla, how far are you willing to let Bobby go with another woman for a role? And how would you feel watching them perform these scenes on screen? Thank you so much.
I don't care if Bobby is getting dick down and ass rammed by fucking 6 co-stars because Robert Zemeckis was like, this is the gangbang scene. And he gets raped in the butt. We need to rehearse it all
Even
day
if it was
today.
Gardo, gangbang.
I don't care what he does.
Why did it have to be gay?
Why did you say woman? Why did
I'm
you-
trying to paint your fantasy, babe.
Because those things though. I mean, I have actually done. I did a couple of one movie where I did have to like kind of roll around with a couple of girls.
You've been with me when you've had like kissing scenes with women.
Yeah, and it's not.
Really?
It's not what you think. It literally is. It's
Awkward.
weird.
It is so
Yeah,
awkward. It's
like-
essentially a stranger.
Well, yeah. Well, Jane Lynch, I made out with.
Yeah, I
on
mean,
that- in
watch that Jane Lynch one.
Yeah.
I have absolutely no qualms or feelings about that because that's his job. And he has, I mean, the woman who plays his wife on the show is drop dead gorgeous. Lindsay Price is just a goddess.
She's been on this.
If it was ever like, oh yeah, it wouldn't be a blip in my radar. It wouldn't worry me at all. But he's an actor. Let him be an actor.
Let him be an
That's his
actor.
job.
Okay.
If
Give
she
me
was-
another one.
If Khalyla was an actress, would you be?
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he wouldn't either.
Yeah, Tom Hardy, Robert
Ooh,
Downey.
yes, please. Who
all that.
else? You're naming all the good ones.
Hello, Bobby, Khalyla,
Hi.
Gilbert, and George. My name is Matthew.
Hi, Matt.
I am a 20-year-old university student in Seattle, Washington. Every
Okay.
once in a while, Bobby will bring up how he was unfuckable in his early 20s, and that when he started doing comedy, it made him more attractive to women. I am very ugly. Have an extreme.
You're
I'm
not.
gonna
I bet
show you.
you're
I'm gonna
not.
show you a picture of this kid. He's so wrong. Have an extremely feminine face. That is true. Due to my race, Chinese and Finnish, and I'm short, 5'8". That you're fine.
Hey.
You're fine, you
fine.
fucking idiot.
5'8". I really identify
He's
with.
like 5'1".
5'1".
I really identify with Bobby's struggle and wanted to know how he overcame it in his head.
I'm not 5'8", fuck nut.
It's something I've dealt with my whole life, but I cannot learn how to accept myself and bring myself to not care about my appearance.
Give me this look. I gotta look at him before you even continue.
Okay. Well, I don't know how to. I'm gonna.
Yeah, I'll go look around.
But yeah,
I'll
we'll
look
go
around.
come around.
I'll come around.
I have to come around too.
He looks like a model.
I think he's
It's not bad.
yanking our
He's
chain. Let me
cute.
see. Oh, you know what? Fuck you, kid. Fuck you, kid.
He's gonna be a male model.
He just totally just angered me right
you
now.
know
This is what Gilbert always does. Whenever he sees like
you know
that
what
I
you
have-
do? Hey, 5'8".
No, that kid is
Cute.
He's
I know.
he's a chiseled jawline.
Yeah. Also,
He's yanking our
here's
chain.
the
Is that how
thing,
you say it?
dude. The reason why you feel that way is because you have a boyish look.
Yeah, it's good.
No, when he gets older, just grow out a beard. You're fine.
Sweetheart, he's fine now.
handsome kid. He has a goddamn look.
He's got
In fact, I bet you he's a model and he's just, how do you say it? Yanking my chain?
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Is that
pull in my chain.
pull in my chain?
Not only is he good looking, he's interesting. That's Fucking twofer.
I am a jazz guitar. Also, look. Do I need a hobby or a passion similar to how Bobby did with comedy in order to attract women? I am a jazz guitarist, but I wouldn't
wow, God, he's
Women
perfect.
and pussy.
But-
Yeah.
but I wouldn't consider that very impressive.
What?
He's also 20, but he probably thinks it's not cool. It's like jazz band. You don't think it's cool until you're older, and like, everyone thinks it's cool.
Look, kid, you are insanely attractive, and you are talented, and you are gonna get by just fine. You don't need our advice. You're already killing it.
Just decide what you're doing is interesting. That's the thing. Like if he thinks jazz guitar isn't interesting, then anybody he talks to about it's going to be bored too.
True.
If he thinks it's interesting, just act like it is.
I still kept his last sentence. Part of my struggle is that I am so ugly that it has decimated my confidence. Oh my gosh.
But even in the event that you do have some type of body dysmorphia and you truly think you're ugly, and you can't get out of that, there's nothing that we can say to help him think out of that. Just do what Bobby does. Get good at things. Get funny. You know, I think that
the suffering and all the whatever it takes for you to get to where you need to be, go through it.
Yeah.
But pain and suffering is a part of life. It's a great motivator, and I'm still going through it. I don't want to talk about why I'm going through it, but I am going through it, and hopefully it'll motivate me. You know, but shut up, kid.
Also,
Seriously.
if you might, I hope that you do gain some confidence, but I really do don't change that about yourself. Don't become this super cocky, thinks he's the shit guy. Like, I do like that you sort of think you're ugly. I mean, I don't, because I want you to be a confident kid.
No,
but
he'll be much more interesting when he's older because of this.
The way
this
he looks,
makes him,
and jazz guitar. I mean, he looks like he's gonna be an international star.
No, people who are good looking when they're young are boring.
That's true.
If they know it, they get boring because they don't have to do anything else.
I had to work really hard for Hot Boys, you
But
guys.
look at David Beckham. He killed it.
You saw my high school pictures.
Oh yeah, you're hideous.
See, no one believes that. Thank you, Gilbert.
Thank you. I am ugly.
No one believes that.
so
I was
ugly.
all fucking gums. It was my gum to tooth ratio was not good. My dentist, Dr. Sybil, had to cut off half my mouth.
Oh, Dr. Sybil. Well,
thank you for listening to another episode of TigerBelly. Nosotros Papaya, Karuchari Board,
Shadow Play.
Shadow Play, and let's let's do it. You know what I mean? Peace out. God love.
Yum,
Love
yum.
it. Be it.
Guys, make sure you follow our sponsors, and purchase some products from them. For Ridge Wallet, go to ridgewallet.com and use the promo code TigerBelly for 10% off. Also, make sure you check out Hims. That's forhims.com/belly, forhims.com/belly. And also, Brooklyn, the Slept King, the Slept Queen love those sheets. So to get $20 off and free shipping, we use the promo code TigerBelly at brooklinen.com. One more time, that's BROOKLINEN.com. Promo code Belly.
Julio, babe.
Any announcements?
Look at Julio.
Everyone look at Julio. If you're on audio, sorry,
Me and
but
Julio down by the schoolyard.
any reverse shout outs that you'd like to give to the peoples?
No. Just shout out to everybody.
Shout out.
Shout out to.
Anything in
Oh,
particular?
you know what? Shout out to my cousin Annabelle
Shout out to Annabelle.
in Germany.
Oh, and Black Bobby Lee. Shout out to him too.
Oh yeah. Shout out
Respect,
to him
man.
for
Hope
sure.
you enjoyed those $200 worth of drinks from Khalyla. She broke now. George, anything?
Just a reminder, if you're listening to this, we do also have a YouTube channel. If you're watching this, we do also have it on audio and all podcast platforms. We haven't reminded folks of that, so in case they're new.
Babe, that's right. We never plug our Patreon
Oh,
right up front. We always say we're gonna, but we never do.
we had a big announcement on Monday.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But if you're interested, but good
Just kidding.
segue.
If you're still listening,
If you are a fan, you don't have to, but if you'd like to have some extra content of us chit-chatting, doing some weird things in the future on audio, make sure you check out our patreon.com/TigerBelly. We'd love to have you join on that little journey we're doing right now in the dark, because we do it all in the dark.
It's fun.
It's very fun.
I
We
love
did it.
Patreon days. They're my favorite.
Patreon days. Is that it, guys?
I think that's it. I want some of that fudge brownie, so can we end this?
Yeah, I hated that cupcake so much that I secretly ate it off camera. It was so gross that I kept just stuffing it in my mouth.
Happy birthday, Gilbert.
Yeah, thanks. Also, let's give a shout out to them. What was this place? Oinkster?
Well, no, don't do
Oinkster.
that because basically Bobby said it's the worst cupcake he's ever had.
Well,
I like that it wasn't really sweet.
It tricked me at first.
And then
But
you ate all of it.
I'm gonna crash.
It's
now.
interesting.
Keto is I'm gonna be bleeding out my butt.
That's okay. It's your birthday. Enjoy it.
Khalyla, where can we follow you?
You can follow me at Calamity K. That's KHLAMITYK.
Calamity K.
Calamity K.
George, we follow you at Bryce Halleck. Where is it?
George_Kimmel.
You can follow all of Bobby Lee's stuff at Gilbert's. Have a good night, guys.